morning to all students belonging to class first year RS Inter College. Today we are going to study topic is prose first lesson. The name of the first lesson of prose is My Struggle for an Education. It is written by Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington was a very poor student. He was so poor that in student life he had to work in the coal mine as a laborer. He was belonging to the Negro family. When the slavery system was executed, and there was the atmosphere of untouchability, so he had to struggle very hard against his life hurdles, difficulties or troubles. Yet he was courageous student. He was very bold, he was very intelligent, he was laborious also. He had proved true to the saying or proverb which is said, God helps those who help themselves. Means God helps the laborious persons only. In his life it has been come to be true. In the starting, when the lesson starts, we see that the writer was working in the coal mine. One day he heard two coal miners talking about the great school for the colored people. That school was situated somewhere in Virginia. The name of the great school was Hampton Normal and Agricultural Institute. It was situated in Virginia. When the two miners were talking, the writer was so impressed by their talk, and it appeared to him that institute, that school must be the greatest place on earth. He thought that even the earth and heaven have no attraction in front of that school. So he decided to reach there, to get education there, and to make his life better. But as I have told you, he belonged to the poor family. When his mother heard this, she was very troubled, because she thought that it was difficult work. It was very impossible for her son to get education there, because they were very poor and they had no money. How he would reach there? How would he get education there? But the writer was determined. In 1872, the writer decided to go to school and to get admission to study there. At that time, his mother was very ill. His health was badly broken. The writer guessed that whenever he would return, he would not see the face of his mother again. That's why mother also in the starting was not desirous to send her son, but at last she boldly permitted her son to go to Virginia and to get education there. So the writer started his journey in 1872. He travelled on foot, by the wagons and by cars. He got lifts from other persons, and in this way, after many days, he reached Richmond. Richmond was the city at the sea coast, and from Richmond, Hampton was about 82 miles away. Means he had to travel still 82 miles more. But when he reached Richmond, he was very hungry, he was very tired, he was very encourageous, but he was not disappointed. He reached the Richmond city. At that time, it was the night time. He had no familiarity there. He did not know any person there. So he went to many places and asked the permission to stay in the night, but no person accepted his demand, and on the condition, if he paid the money, they could give him the place. But the money, the writer, he had no money. That's why there was great problem before the writer. So he kept on walking for many hours in the streets, and when he was very tired, he could not walk anymore in the streets. It was about middle night. He went below the footpath and lay in the ground, keeping his satchel, his bag in place of pillow, and slept there. When he awoke in the morning, he saw a large vessel. Vessel means ship that was loaded with coal mine, with coal, raw coal. That's why the laborers were unloading the coal from the ship. The writer also requested the captain of the ship. The captain was the white man, very kind person. The writer requested that he wanted to unload the coal so that he might earn the money for his living. So the captain permitted him to work there. That's all. Today it will be till here, and tomorrow I will teach you the next lines. You have to write down the question answers, and the questions answers of this lesson I am sending you through WhatsApp. See WhatsApp for the question answers and note them. Thank you very much.